Oh, yeah, baby.
Guys,
Nona's Basement.
we're back.
We're back.
We finally did it.
Oh, God.
We got rid of Tyler. Finally.
We are back. Nona's Basement Podcast. My name's Luca Farrell. This is Tom Feedback. And today we're joined by not our usual host, Tyler Fowler, but by another fantastic white straight male.
Come on.
Jim Flannigan, everybody.
What's going on? I'm happy to be here. This is exciting for me.
We're happy to have you, dude. We're slowly trying to find replacements for Tyler because he...
Are we making the announcement that I'm the full-time replacement?
Your schedule is too busy to be our full-time replacement, Jim. But
no, Tyler is. He didn't tell any of this. I had to find it out on Facebook. Tyler's in New Orleans right now.
why?
I don't know.
Probably
For shows,
comedy,
I
you
imagine,
think?
yeah.
He does comedy.
Very well. Check
I'm
out
just
his
kidding.
special
How is he,
on the
though?
internet.
That's the question. No, well, so yeah, this is the second time we're doing this. Normally, if we want to have a guest on the podcast, we either have them sit in the middle there, which Peyton filled the other day. It probably still smells, but occasionally Tyler won't be able to make it. So I'll be like, hey, do you mind if we have? Have you sat in for him before?
So I've actually been here with Tyler. I was in the middle
but
seat.
you've never just been.
It feels good to be on the wing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, right.
I have
You know
a cushion. I have arm control, and I'm like the only voice of reason now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So I kind of like that.
You're our liberal.
I'm the liberal.
Yeah, you're the liberal on that side.
And
You're on the right, but really you're the left. But
That's it.
But normally we've done this once before where we're like, hey Tyler, do you mind if so and so sits in on the podcast? And he's like, oh sure, but this is the second time where we haven't told him.
Wow.
No, we told him.
Well, we tell after the fact.
No,
so he
no,
doesn't
no.
know. He doesn't. My point though being, he doesn't know we're doing this right now.
Ooh, so it's kind of taboo.
It's a little taboo.
This is
a
a
little
hidden
taboo.
episode. It's like a secret episode.
100%.
Are we going to release it, or is it just for
Of course,
the personal
we're releasing-
collection?
We're releasing.
No. Oh, this is gonna be released. Yeah. No.
I'd like to thank you both for dressing like me today. That's
Right.
a highlight for me. You're wearing Flanagan stage gear.
Well, I
We
mean,
got
you
the-
didn't-
Where'd you
I
get that at?
I don't even know with this one.
You don't know? Can you take it off and show me the tag?
I'm not gonna
No,
say
I'm
that.
not.
Would you call it? Is that what you usually wear on stage?
I think so. Yeah. Overshirt.
I've been getting into the overshirt.
Hey, it's a nice
overshirt's
look.
nice.
The shacket.
The shacket.
That's what they call it.
is
It's a shacket.
It's a
right?
shacket,
It's a
yep.
shirt / jacket.
Let
I
me
like
guess.
that
Let me guess
combo.
where you got it.
Where?
Nordstrom Rack.
Oh my God, you know me well.
I was
Tom.
there today.
Were you
I saw
really?
that. Well, no, I got this from Abercrombie and Fitch.
Okay, let's not lie to anybody.
I
Yeah,
swear to
that
God.
looks
The
like
Abercrombie
shit.
outfit.
It looks like
or
shit.
outlet.
Compared to me and Jim's.
I mean,
Really?
ours are. Yeah.
Yeah, you look. This looks like it's made for working.
I feel like that you got that
It
from a
is.
garage. like you got to get on your back and do an oil change, and they gave you that.
Jeez,
the
all
problem
right.
is though, you guys
Sorry.
I thought it looked nice.
You came at me.
who did Sam get that for you?
I bought it.
Did Sam shop for you ever?
It was actually on sale. It was like usually Abercrombie's a little pricey.
It is.
This was $30, and I was like, I'll pick it up.
I
I know
always
my friends
thought-
were gonna hate it, but
Growing up, did you have
It's worth
that?
it for me.
has Sam ever dressed me? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
No.
No, but growing up, were you a big like Hollister, Abercrombie and Fitch guy? Like I always associated that as like
No, I was
douche
fat.
guy. No.
Yeah. The only thing I could fit into there was their cologne. It was the only thing I owned Woods. It was the only thing I ever owned from
No,
Abercrombie.
no. I was actually talking about. Actually, me and Brando were talking about this on the way to the gig tonight. Brando was a Hollister guy. I never got that cool shit. I was always an Aeropostale guy.
Aeropostale, but that also is a little gay to me.
No, but it's like you're like trying to be cool. Or American
Aeropostale
Eagle.
is?
Yeah, Aeropostale's like it wishes it was Abercrombie and Hollister.
I think it was like, Abercrombie and Hollister, whatever part
Mm-hmm.
of that family, then the Eagle, and then Aeropostale, right?
Yeah.
I forgot
think
about Eagle.
American Eagle's
American
good.
Eagle was solid. I think it was like a midpoint. I think it was pretty
Yeah.
good.
I never fucked with
Aeropostale
any
was
of that
like,
shit.
hey, it's not great, but it's 40% off
Yes.
all the time.
And it kind of looks like
Yeah,
Abercrombie.
we have an accent mark. That
Yeah.
seems foreign.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that turned me off with those. I never wanted to go in anywhere in the mall that looked like it was trying to be a beach house.
Man.
So where did you shop as a kid?
No, wherever my mom told me to go. The Rack,
Kohl's?
maybe. Kohl's. I spent a little time at Kohl's. The Rack. I spent a lot of time at the Rack in like 8th grade.
What's the Rack?
Nordstrom Rack?
Oh, Nordstrom Rack. Okay.
Come on.
I kind of love that you're like talking all this fashion right now with the cowboy hat on. That's my favorite part of this.
Well, where's yours?
I left it at home. I didn't know we were doing. I didn't know we were going to do this at all tonight. I should
For
have
the
brought
viewers, for the viewers that don't know, one time Jim called
Ma'am?
me up and asked me for a cowboy hat advice and etiquette.
I had to go to a wedding in Idaho, and I had to wear a cowboy hat. Which, if you've ever done anything fun, take a cowboy hat on an airplane. That'll make you really mad at the people.
How do you think this got here, baby?
That hat's got him in 2 fights.
I believe that.
I've taken this hat on several planes. It's been on many a barroom floor and
believe that.
and women's heads.
You put it on a girl's head?
Yeah, like especially I think I went to where's my Idaho or no?
That's where I went.
No,
Idaho? No, Idaho.
No, what's the place? Utah. That's where I was for my
yeah.
friend's bachelor party, and that was like the whole thing of the night. I just kept putting it on women's heads.
Oh.
We also do a bit. I think we should keep this going. Last episode of the podcast, I was wearing this hat, and whoever has the most racist joke will have control of the hat.
That's good.
So
it didn't leave Luca's head.
I can't believe that.
No, it didn't. It got to everybody, so we'll see.
We'll see how this goes.
Jim's pretty tame though, but yeah, no. Did you like the hat?
I loved it, man. It was a great look, a great feel. Thankfully, I'm about to get that hat from you. Thankfully, we live next to Aurora, so there are plenty of places to buy cowboy hats around here.
Oh, yeah,
You're saying that there's no Mexicans?
I'm not saying that at all. But my people are
Because
here.
if
My
you are-
grandfather
if you are,
wear-
you'll get the hat.
My grandfather, Esteban Gutierrez, used to wear a cowboy hat quite a bit.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I forgot
Now
you're
I'm
Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
I
Yeah,
found this
you
out the other
keep
day.
the
You're
hat.
part Mexican, Jim.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Jim Flannigan is part Mexican? No, I didn't know that.
My mother's maiden name is Gutierrez. Yeah.
Really?
Gutierrez.
Does she speak Spanish?
She does. Yeah. My grandfather, like, he was fresh off the boat. Like, we
That's
just
so
grew up
interesting.
with it. Is it?
Yeah, because you don't look Mexican.
I know. My brother, so I have a half brother. His name is Armando Dominguez.
Get the fuck out of
And
here.
so
Really?
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Give him that. he's gonna say this all bit.
Armando Dominguez.
Yeah. So it was Armando and Jimmy growing up. It's like, wait, what? Who are they? Like,
Were you close
no one
growing
believed
up?
we were
Did people think you were
related.
adopted?
Yeah. My mom is a redhead, though. That's the weird part. Like, I look more like her. He looks different. His dad, Armando Dominguez.
I think you should be
was-
leaning into the Mexican part of you a lot more, dude. You could be like Polar Bear.
When I worked for Mikey O starting out, I would do a couple bits about it. I had to bring him back a couple weeks ago. I was doing
Really?
a cruise ship, and I had to do every joke I've ever written. I did most of Tom's stuff. I did everything. I did some of Luca's.
Yeah, right?
It was but yeah, I kind of brought some of them back.
You didn't do any of Luca's bits.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, your head's not red from pounding the microphone on you.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm wearing the hat, because I do the
Oh.
I'm so Italian, the chain against my head. I'll post a clip of it here. And but the mic cut my forehead. I've been doing it all weekend at the
You know you don't have to hit it that hard.
because I commit to the bit. No, sometimes you do because sometimes the mic's not hot. You know when you hit a mic, sometimes you really hear it. Sometimes it does, you don't get anything out of it. Like
Do you
the
do a
vault
mic
mic
check
is like
before
that.
the show, just bumping it against your head?
I should.
You want to talk into it? No, I'm
Yeah,
just going to boom, 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 boom.
No, I'm here. If I'm being
that
truthful,
would be funny. You just take it out of the stand and just go.
Yeah.
Rough night. I'm gonna have to give myself a concussion out there.
No, if I can be, I'm true. If I can be true for a second,
Yeah, you
'cause,
could be true.
Real talk? Is this real talk with Luca?
yeah,
Can we zoom
I'm
in?
hoping that if the podcast takes off in popularity, and I continuously keep wearing this hat, then I'll be able to be socially accepted wearing it elsewhere. Does that make sense?
Interesting. Yeah. If you get known
yeah.
as a cowboy hat guy, you're just like, I
Yeah,
have
they're
to
like,
wear the cowboy hat.
of course he's wearing the cowboy hat in this restaurant because he always wears it on the podcast. I'm
Yeah.
happy to see him in that cowboy hat.
You
Yeah,
do.
that makes sense.
You
It's like
know-
seeing Flavor Flav with the big clock around his neck.
Yeah,
Wow.
or like Guy Fieri with a bowling shirt. It's like you want to see him in the bowling shirt. You don't want to see him wearing anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
Flavor Flav was the perfect analogy right there.
Yeah.
I love that
Luca-
so much.
Luca
Absolutely.
is the
Now
Flavor
I'm-
Flav
now
of
I'm in.
comedy.
Now I'm in. I wasn't sure I was in on this until he brought up Flavor
Oh,
Flav.
yeah?
And I was like, yeah, how would you want to see him without it?
Yeah.
That's who I want you to become.
Yeah, well, like if I go on stage, I want to be able to just kind of go like this, put it on the chair, and then I proceed to do my set, and then I put it back on. and I
Who do you
walk
think
off.
you are, Jason Aldean?
It's crazy that you're the brother who's not a musician, but you look like you should be playing guitar.
That's what I'm saying,
And
dude.
Enzo looks like he should be doing stand up.
You think so? 'Cause of the
I think you
mustache?
guys could switch. Yeah, that mustache. And he's got a big personality too. I think you guys could switch.
Brett
Yeah.
Ernst.
one time, go ahead.
He just saw my brother's mustache over the weekend. He was strong mustache on that kid. Strong mustache. Tom hung out with us, me, Brett, and Tom, probably 4 days in a row. I was actually not exaggerating. 4 days in a row up until 4 a.m.
That's incredible.
One time Tom called me on the way back while I was in the car with Brett, and he goes, "Who's that?" I go, "Oh, it's Tom." He goes, who's Tom? And met Enzo once. That Enzo kid, he got a strong mustache. Fucking love that Enzo kid. Strong mustache.
Shout out Brett.
Oh,
Shout out
to
Brett.
Brett.
James out.
He's like, who's shouting me out right now? I've never met that guy in my life.
Yeah, who is that kid? I've never seen him.
Is that Tim?
He also
My brother's name's Tim.
he
didn't know that.
did love Peyton too, though.
Mine's Armando. It's a callback.
Armando Gutierrez.
No, but you were saying Luca looks like he should be the one playing music. I've seen Luca play music one time.
What was he playing?
It was at we used to do this show called the Red, White, and Blue comedy
Red, White,
show.
and Booze.
Red, White, and Booze. And Luca, and everyone's walking in, and Luca just gets up there, starts strumming it. He's singing like this really, like this fucking song, and I'm just looking at him like, ugh. I go up to him afterwards. I go, I can't look at you the same anymore.
Yeah, there's something.
I feel like I saw your cock.
Yeah,
That's how it felt. Like,
yeah.
he's up there. I don't even know what you were singing.
Were we Instagram friends during the pandemic? I would post a music thing every once in a while.
Oh man, I don't think I saw. I would have
On
made
my
fun
story,
of those.
I would post me playing guitar.
Yeah,
it's still on Instagram. If you
I remember
look for
Really?
when I first met you. I remember I was gonna go follow you on Instagram, and I saw you did some like promo for like a show, and you're like, "Hi guys, it's Luca Farrow. I'm here with the Swans."
You hated it.
and I go, "Ugh, what the fuck?"
Look at you now.
I go, is this guy a homosexual?"
And yeah,
And now I believe it.
man,
That's great. Did you guys were you fast friends even throughout all of Tom's doubts?
No, I remember how me and Luca met. I was first time I did stand up at CG's Comedy Club, where you go to learn the craft of stand-up comedy.
Sure. That's what CG stands for, the craft from Glenn.
yeah.
shout out.
Yeah,
Shout out
so
Glenn.
I was on stage, and I went up there, and I totally blanked, and Luca was sitting in the front, which is something that he never does. And
Sure.
And I go, fuck.
Something about his presence called to me.
Yeah, and I go, hey, I got all my jokes in that notebook right there, and Luca handed it to me, and I read my jokes out of there. I just read them.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then
And
afterwards,
he
you're
saw
like,
that
hey
it-
kid,
it-
you're pretty good.
Tom has brought that story up to me multiple times and was like, "Yeah, that was the moment." But it was I was just like, I'm just giving some fucking kid his notebook.
Right.
Just this kid's bombing. Give him a notebook.
You remember that moment?
I do, yeah, I
Okay, you
remember.
do remember that.
Tom, but it's you do an open mic. It's easy to see. Like most people that do open mic comedy are mentally ill, so it's really
100%.
easy to pick out the people. I think quickly you could. So like I
Who are
wasn't
the
like, oh, this
same
guy's
type
gonna be
of
my
mental
bestest
illness
pal.
as you. Right.
Yeah.
Like you're similar ilk of mentally ill.
Right, exactly. We're in the same Venn diagram of the pie chart of being crazy.
Man, I'm just thinking about that. You just said, you're like, yeah, I just handed the guy his notebook, and you didn't think anything of it. But to me, I was like, that's a connection.
That's what I'm saying.
So now I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, have I handed someone something like this guy's my friend now? But really, I don't even know who the guy is.
He's like, hey Tom, you're like,
Yeah,
shut
yeah.
up. I never got to tell how I met Tom.
Oh yeah,
I met Tom when he was still working at Zany's. He was a door guy.
You were still drinking back then.
I
too.
was partying big time, and he didn't even. Did you have a twinkle in your eye of stand up at the time? Like, did you know it was something you wanted to do?
Yeah. At that point in my life, I was lying to people that I was doing stand up.
Really? Outside of there? Because at
Oh,
Zany's,
yeah.
you were like, no, I've never done stand up.
Yeah.
But outside of there, you were telling
Well, I
people.
lied to you once
When?
when I was driving you home.
I mean,
and
I lied to you too when I said, yeah, I'll stay awake the whole time. You passed out drunk in your passenger seat.
Yeah. Get to both those stories. I think those are worth sharing.
So I drove home. I drove Jim home once, and he was asking me about stand up and stuff, and I go, yeah, I've been doing stand up. Yeah, I'm fucking doing it. And you go, where? And I go, oh, just around, in places. Shit, you don't know about this.
What's the black room that all the people go to?
Riddles?
No, the other one.
Jokes and notes.
No, man. People at Riddles say they go there. It's like on the south side. I think DJ's been there. Adam goes there sometimes.
Oh, it's not on the south side. What is it? Wednesday, right? It's
It's not worth it.
Leon Rogers' room.
I don't know where his
I
room
don't know
is,
what
but
it is. I don't know what it's called.
Bartend doors.
Bartend doors.
Bartend doors. That's why it wasn't worth the look up. But
and then I think I said the Comedy Shrine because that was right by my house and I knew
Yeah.
of it. And I go, yeah, Comedy Shrine. And Jim goes, really? And I go, yeah. Then you said something like, oh, I go there sometimes. You go. I'll tell the manager about you. And I was like,
nice of me.
That was very nice of
pretty
you.
hammered.
That was nice of you. But in my head, I'm going, oh, don't tell him about me.
You're like, who's Tom?
He doesn't
sound
know
like
me.
Brett Ernst, right?
That's a double lie. You were lying about doing comedy. You were low about telling the manager.
He was giving me a ride home. I'm happy that's all I offered him. I'm like, what do you want, man? You want to open for me on tour? Let's go.
But something that's
drive.
also funny is I remember it's the first you started writing jokes and you sent them all to
Man,
Jim.
Oh, that was
That's funny.
that is my penance for being an alcoholic for so long.
That was
I
brutal.
have to like
that was during the pandemic.
Yeah, it was.
Because I remember I used to go to the cigar lounge and I would smoke a cigar and I would write, and I had like a fucking literally like a novel. It wasn't like space. It was just all like literally like, hey, how are you guys doing tonight? It's good to be here.
Yeah.
How give it up for the host.
Everybody starts with that.
All this shit, and it is just like just long form, no paragraph, just long form writing.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of it on my phone, and I sent it
Some
to Jim.
really
I go,
racist shit. When you start writing, you're like, I want to be just like Bill Burr and talk about how dumb women are, and then it just comes off like horrible.
Sure, because you don't know how to yet.
Yeah.
You don't know
have
how
the
to
skills.
like give nuanced points. You just think you're gonna say outlandish things.
Yeah. Trans.
Boom, 4 Netflix specials. Right there.
So then I wrote all this stuff and I sent it to Jim. I took a picture. It was like 3 pages. I just took pictures of it and I sent it to Jim. I said, "Hey, can you read over this and tell me what you think?" And Jim, you said something along the lines of, "I got to see you do it on stage."
Man, that is my move.
That's a great
100%. Listen, if I see something, I'll share it with you. But you can't just give me this notebook.
Yeah, I was gonna try to find it, but
That's fine.
I mean, you'll have people sometimes who just like send you sets and send you like, hey,
Yeah,
what do you
but
think
you don't
about
start that way. You start by trying to be honest and give them feedback, and then you realize that you're like, oh, I can't do this over text very often.
I just stop it. But I mean, for someone like Tom, at least I think I gave you some feedback, didn't I, on something?
I think you just said try it on stage.
Okay.
That's why he stopped drinking. He was giving you feedback. And he's like, I gotta stop doing this.
Tom needs too much feedback. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I can remember the first time I met you, Jim.
I don't either.
I think, but it was definitely back in glasses, Hawaiian shirt.
For
Jim phase.
sure. I remember the first time like we talked, and I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" Because you were busting my balls outside of Rosemont.
Was I?
And I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" It was
that
when
sounds about right.
Vic and Tyler had the 11:15 show, and
Up late.
And it's like 1 a.m. We're like walking outside after the show.
Man.
And Luca's like, look at this guy. Always got his hands in his pockets, always walking around shifty. Did I say that? Yeah. And I'm like walking around shifty with my hands in my pockets going, who the fuck's this guy? Like, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, so I knew Jim before you did.
For sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
think
know
so.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because you were working at Zany's.
Yeah, is that what I cut your story off?
No. Yeah, that's.
I told it.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh,
it.
that's
Just-
right.
What's it called? I think I remember always like hearing your name thrown
Sure.
around. Obviously, the legend of Jim Flannigan is quite
It's not true.
widespread throughout the Chicagoland area, and I think I remember seeing you up late, and I remember being like, I'm tough too. You know? So
I'm up late too.
So I think I came
We're both
in
staying
hot.
up late.
I have a bad
I'll
habit
stay up
of-
later than you.
I don't go to
no
sleep.
idea when my bedtime is. Yeah. Fucking, but you, yeah. I do have a bad habit, I think, of coming in hot.
I think we all do at times, right? I do know I saw you at least once before that at a Tuesday 10. Back, but when
Totally.
Dan was still around, Zany's, like, I remember seeing you there once.
Yeah, Luca's been
I
doing
didn't really
comedy for
know
like
you.
20 years, and he tells me, well, I've been doing
Unbelievable.
it 3 years.
That's awesome.
That used to be a big thing to people. It's like how long you've been doing stand-up.
Oh, I've mentioned this before on the podcast. If like I've been doing comedy 3 years, if someone comes up to me and they go, "You've been doing it for like 4 years," I go, "No fucking way."
Why is that? Like, do you feel like if you've been doing it so long, it doesn't show as much growth? You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's
everyone's
like,
trying to be a prodigy.
Because
Yeah.
look,
Yes.
I've been around comedy, I think, since college, and I'm 29 now, right?
Sure.
But it's like, I say I've been. That's why I hate answering that question. But I've been rigorously giving it the commitment that I've been giving it for 5 years. Before then, I think you write, hey guys, what's going on? Good to meet you. You know,
Yeah.
You tell Jim that you've been at the Comedy Shrine. You do, it's a little speculation. There's a little
Yeah.
lie. But I did Zany's once before that or twice, and then I don't know what. But
You were
again,
shiny shirt Luca back then.
Linen shirt actually.
Was it really?
I used to always wear
thought
linen
this
shirts.
was like a Sebastian type of like a shiny blue. No,
That
it
was
a linen blue?
so yeah. I had a couple different eras. I had linen college with the time Tom's talking about. I was still like maybe 22, 23. Linen.
So where was your first open mic?
First open mic was at a place called Brass Chuckles.
Come on.
It was on the north side, super north side, because I took that Second City class for stand-up.
Who's your teacher?
Runjit. You know an Indian guy named Runjit?
I know the name. I don't know him.
Okay, yeah, nice guy.
Yeah,
you know, really kind of just like laid out what comedy was, and then in terms of like, okay, here's an observational bit.
Sure.
Go try and make one. Here's a storytelling bit. Go try and make one. And every week we would do like a little open mic in the classroom. Really all it was. You know, people shit on comedy classes, but it was just like a safe open mic.
Man.
But he really encouraged everyone to go out and like do comedy at a mic, you know? And so me and a couple of these weirdos got together and we went to this place called Brass Chuckles. And it was, have you heard me tell the story? No. It was a burlesque place. So and the mic stand was like a brass knuckle. That's why they called it Brass Chuckles.
Jesus Christ, I'm trying to figure that out. Like, what is Brass Chuckles?
It was the mic, like literally, like the handle had like a brass knuckle thing, and then the mic was gold. It was one of those mics, and they're like, hey, we do open mic comedy in between burlesque dancers. So I'm like, all right, fucking strippers, like right on. And
this sounds like a bar rescue where they build the name and then put in everything around it. Well, I like pirates, so everything's pirate themed.
So the mic was called Brass Chuckles, but I think the place was called something else. It was burlesque.
Moose Knuckles.
Moose Knuckles. You get the hat. No. So then I show up. It's the night I'm doing the mic. I'm a little nervous. I had a bit about midgets that I was going to do. I said midget. And
that's why I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
Come on.
Remember how I was just saying how you pretend you're a little. That went over my head. And no, but how we were just saying you do bits, and so my whole thing was like, so they say you can't say midget no more. You know, you got to call them little people.
Who is this they, by the way, all of his comments are raging against? There's just this mysterious they that we just blame for everything.
But anyway, burlesque in between comics, I sign up. I'm like fifth, so I got to watch like 5 burlesque dancers. And before they start, they go, hey guys, just to let you know, tonight is burlesque. so it's only male burlesque dancers, swear to God. And I go, and I just remember turning to the people next to me, and one of the guys we were with was gay, and I remember just being like, Jesus Christ, like, what am I gonna do? So what I did is I would watch the comic 5 minutes, and then when the burlesque dancer went up, I would go to the bathroom, and I would stay in the bathroom until I heard the music turn off, and then I'd come back out.
Keep the hat on.
The hat, but that's why it's my hat.
Wait, keep your hat on. Your friends did your friends sit there and watch the whole thing? You made them stay and watch the whole thing, and you're hiding away?
Dude, he was getting off to it.
Okay, that's fair.
So any of the people that were in that comedy class with you, are they still doing stand-up comedy?
No.
None of them?
No.
Are any of them still doing burlesque? That'd be great. And actually, 2 of them became burlesque dancers.
Yeah, they're like, fuck comedy. This looks way more fun.
So they say you can't be a trans burlesque dancer anymore.
Oh, man, they suck.
No, so
this legendary they that we're always.
It's so funny.
And they could be, like, they could say anything.
100%.
Yeah. And it's funny because they are the ones telling the people that they can't go by they.
Man.
Ain't that a
They
bitch?
want you to use pronouns. Wait, what are we doing here?
Yeah. They want you to use pronouns.
Or
they think you can't be a straight white male anymore.
When someone on stage goes, someone was telling me the other day. I'm like, in my head I go, no, this is just an idea that you had.
Yeah, so somebody said.
Daniel Tosh. I always go back to Daniel Tosh, who's like, I was at the mall. No, you weren't. Do your joke.
Yeah.
And I use those transitions. I think we all have to in some way to make it believable, but I love the honesty of that.
I'll use the I won't say some guy, but I'll be like the other day. The other day I was blank.
Yeah, and the other day could be either yesterday or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
The other day from when I wrote this bit back in '03.
But
like, it doesn't
you
matter.
realize though it's easier to just be, or not easier, but it just sounds better to just say last week or last weekend. You know what I mean? Like even though it didn't happen, but I think just giving it specificity is less cheesy sounding.
100%. Also, like you'll put people together. Do you guys ever do that? Like it's one ex-girlfriend who's parts of like four, because
Yeah, they're
you don't want to
different-
be like, well, this one's Jennifer and this one's
Right.
like,
You
You
can
don't
do
want
all ex-girlfriend.
well, you can until you're Hassan Minaj, and then no more. No, okay, that's a different animal. But like but you can, like, right? Like you do that sometimes, and then it's like, well, that's not all one person in reality, but you're just making it
It's the
digestible.
symbol of a shitty gal.
Yeah, everyone's sitting there thinking like, this person's horrible.
No shit, right?
Yeah. His ex-girlfriend sounds like a real piece of work.
Do you remember starting comedy and like the people that you like thought were so good? You know, like the first time,
Man.
you're like, man, this
He's
guy's
sitting right over here.
you're like, man, this guy is fucking killing it.
Unbelievable.
And then you literally
The best I've ever seen.
You're like,
How
wow,
are
this-
they not world famous?
yeah, and then literally you do comedy for a
3
week,
months later.
and you're like, oh, we're at the same open mic every night.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
kinda-
actually, this guy's a loser.
yeah.
And then there's the other side, though, and because it's not that they're just, but like you also see people who you're like, pfft, like you're not taking very seriously, and then you see them put the work in, and you're like, oh shit, now I'm the loser at the open mic, and they're going
Yeah.
way past me.
Right,
like
right.
it's not like a linear thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very ebbs and flows.
And I think it's hard to, like, let's say you were the person that you thought was like, psh,
Yeah,
who the fuck's this guy? It's hard for someone else to like take them out of that.
man.
You know what I'm saying? That's like they'll oh, in your head they will always suck. It really takes someone to like really be killing it for you to be like, wow, this guy got good.
One of the oldest adages in comedy is your home club is the last place you headline, because they remember you from the earliest on.
Yeah.
Right? Like the place that gives you the most experience, the most opportunity to grow, also sees you as the kid you were when you started.
Yeah.
So like in most markets, the last club you headline is the one you're at the most.
Yeah.
Because of that reason, right? The managers remember who you were. So sometimes like new management stuff like really opens it up for comics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You go,
yeah.
oh, this guy's been here for a while.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a new guy in. Yeah. You guys are like this. Well, so that with that class, with that stand-up, did you ever take anything like that?
I didn't. I wish I had. I think there's so much you can learn.
it was just like I would say the benefit of it was just, it was a safe place to do an open mic and then meet people that you could go to a mic with. Because that's an intimidating thing, going to an open mic by yourself. You know, I think we could all attest to that.
Also, you're saying that you were learning concepts of comedy before you ever went on stage.
Right.
Do this type of joke. I didn't know what an observational joke was until a year and a half of doing them poorly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just think about that. Like it's not going to make you funny, but structure doesn't. Like I hate when people hate on comedy classes, because I think there's a lot you can learn.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I didn't know what a tag was until like last week.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. Tom, that's a problem. You should have known that a long time.
Well,
I've only been doing it 3 years, and not a day
wow,
longer.
3 years? You're a prodigy.
You're a king of a callback, though. I'll tell you that.
It's really
I
10.
think it was 1 week was. What'd you say?
I didn't even hear it.
I said it's really 10. No, it's 3 for all the people out there.
3, no,
don't get confused. When you see me on stage, you go, "That's a 3-year guy." You cut, don't even think
Don't
3.5.
confuse.
You got you.
Don't even
They want you to
fucking
think it's been longer.
You cut my
But they
leg
don't
open.
know.
There's 3 rings in there.
It's like Luca's forehead.
No, 1 week I think was observational. 1 was storytelling. 1 week was a character.
Sure.
So of course I imitated another comic in the class. I say comic loosely, but like,
Yeah.
you know, I just
person
made
that
fun. I
paid-
just wanted to bully somebody that was in the
a
class.
person that paid $300.
A peer, if you will.
But so okay, I guess what I'm trying to get to is there was this guy. He was like the only older guy in the class. Everyone else is vaguely young. You know, I would say in their 20s and 30s. I'm like maybe 22, 23 at the time, and this older guy's like, he's British. He goes, I have a friend in Crystal Lake that owns a bar, and it's a soccer bar, and we could put on a show. And we could all do it. We could all do the show. And so this was my first gig. Was at this. It was a bar in Crystal Lake. It's still there. I forget the name of it's called. It's like a soccer. Like what do you have any soccer playing cards?
Gold, green, yellow card.
Can you hang on 1 second? They're trading cards.
Doing this earlier.
They're not playing cards.
Jim collects playing cards.
No, I'm on Jim's side with this because I'm in the world.
Yeah.
Of cards.
Scott Darling was on stage. I go, do you have a holographic Scott Darling playing card?
And I just look at him and go, they're trading cards. That's all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Does it have bubble gum in the package? Then it's
Not anymore, Luca.
Do they not? No.
It's not the 90s.
All right. Well, it'd be cooler if it did.
Please go ahead with your soccer hooligan story.
But what's the Nottingham? Not the Emirates. It was like an Emirates bar. Like,
Okay.
United Emirates?
themed. Yeah. It was like something like that. But anyway, so we do the show, and they put this. I remember it, specifically. They put the stage in the center of the place. There's people all around us.
In the round.
In the round. And I think I have a video of it. I think I might be able to find it. If
Let's
I really
pull it
wanted
up right
to.
now.
But I wore this for my 21st birthday. My mom's Mexican partner, who's a business partner, Armando Gutierrez is his name. No, it's not.
It's mi familia.
It's not. His name is Jorge. He for my 21st birthday, he called me up and he's like, "Look, I want to buy you a Western suit for your birthday."
Come on.
And so he bought me a full 3-piece Western suit with the big shoulders. So I'm wearing this Western suit.
So you go up in the round looking
my
like you're about
God.
to ride a bull.
Oh my God.
It's shiny.
Is that what started your Southwest theme? Because you still dress like
Oh, I've always been a
you
cowboy.
still dress
baby.
like
a conquistador.
like a wall in Arizona.
Tom called me an Arizona iced tea can one time.
You do look a lot like a mural that you would see in a lot of bright colors.
I'm gonna try and find this video, but I might turn it off right away if it's like,
No, you got to play it. You couldn't remember goal line? How are we going to edit this?
Wait. I might have to turn this off.
No, of course not. We gotta watch all 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
No, we'll see how bad it is. This might kill my heart.
No, this is good.
All right. I haven't seen this probably in.
You haven't seen Luca's episode of Law and Order?
I can't wait for this.
Let's see when it.
It does. Why is it typewritten?
7 years ago. I've been doing
Really?
comedy 7 years.
They only had
Not a day older.
They only had one font then?
But see, this kid, he's a great kid. His name's John. He has Down syndrome. And great kid. He's one of my favorite kids at the camp. And I envy him. I envy him.
Wait a second.
Oh, shit.
Hey, listen. John's a great kid.
Down
as long as
syndrome
he's
I'm talking
away from his
about.
three biggest fears. He's fine. He'll be fine in their care. And his biggest fears are bumblebees, thunderstorms.
Stop laughing. I can't hear it.
Think about your biggest fears real quick, right? If it's anything like mine, it's probably like dying alone, getting stabbed in a crowd, like midgets. Like, these are the things that I'm scared of. Meanwhile,
I was
you keep him
crushing it.
inside when it rains and keep him away from the Honey Nut Cheerios box, and he's fine. He's totally fine.
This is
I
unbelievable.
got bigger problems to worry about.
Western
but I got
suit.
not big because they're
It is
midgets, but you get
incredible.
what I'm saying. I'm scared of them. I'm scared of midgets, people. I swear to God. They got little hands. It freaks me out. You know. And I found out the other day you're not supposed to call them midgets.
You just learned that?
Call little people.
Can you believe they don't want you calling
I found
them?
that out the other day.
This was yesterday.
Oh, my God.
And in the middle of the crowd, there's like a guy verbally abusing a midget. Maybe he kind of looks like me, right? And out of the crowd, someone comes out and he says, "Hey, leave that midget alone. He's a person, just like everyone else. He's just a little person, though."
Keep playing it.
What is that? Tyler. I'm joining Tyler. I can't be on this podcast anymore. I get it, Tyler.
No way. He's just a little person.
Oh my
though.
God. I do not condone this.
God. Oh, you need to see the rest of it. That's on YouTube?
No, God. it was on YouTube.
You're doing well.
Yeah, no, I mean the feedback was good, but also feedback. But the what's it called? If you were
Feedback
to
would
see
love that joke.
if you were to see everybody else on that show, I mean, like I was the only one that had any sort of moxie.
Yeah.
That suit. You look like what's that? Oh gosh, what's that Italian
look like
movie?
Which
I don't know. All of them. It's all of them. I'll take the hat.
you look like
You
an
look like every.
you look like an injury lawyer.
That's this. Oh man.
you look like you're following an ambulance to the hospital. I can get you some money, kid. You have the same haircut.
Yeah, I had it long.
It was just more slick back then. Did you use more gel?
Oh yeah, for sure. I just slicked it. I had the Western suit.
Unbelievable.
And
I couldn't get a good look at the suit from that angle. What color was it?
it's like a
gray.
brown shimmer.
It's like okay.
It's like brown.
What made
shiny.
it Western? Because it looked very Italian to me.
If I have it I have it somewhere, but
Lot
it's
of
like
embroidery?
it has a little like thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I got it from the Western Wear store. Probably
Sure.
got the hat.
That's amazing. I'm sure. I couldn't tell from that angle.
But I didn't want to wear the bolo tie, so I wore it.
Okay.
So then I had the Italian
Right.
like 4-button undone underneath with the suit.
I mean,
And I'm going, yeah. They say you can't say no midgets no more.
He's a person too.
Just a little person.
unreal.
You know what's funny is
You look like Carla's husband from Cheers. No one here is old enough to understand that
I
reference.
don't know.
Oh, we have a call.
I hope Aunt Julie likes that.
Oh, DJ.
Should I answer it?
Yeah, I mean you can.
Tell him he's live on the air. Call her.
Hello? Hi, you're live on the air. What's up, DJ?
Oh man, I'm listening to the Cat Williams podcast right now.
Oh, you're not listening to our new podcast we just put out?
No, I'm sorry, I'm not listening to it.
You know, it's crazy. Normally, other people call into the DJ. Here, DJ calls into us.
That's funny.
That's Flannigan.
I'm a pro.
First time listener, first time caller. Good to hear from you boys.
Hey, DJ, can I run a bit by you?
all right.
Text him the photos.
I have a question for the boys.
What's up?
All right, so my best friend just got out of a long relationship.
That was awful.
That was funny. Just hung up on him.
Fucking roasting DJ. No, now you can't call him
I'm
back.
gonna call him back. Like,
Oh, now you. Okay, you're calling him back?
no, watch this.
You're not gonna do it again.
Hey, sorry, it cut out.
I just got a question for the boys. I feel like you guys could give some advice.
What's up?
Don't.
One of my boys just got out of a long relationship. You know, where I think they're going to get married. But now he's asking me, like, it's been like 2 days. He's asking me, he's like, how soon can I make a Hinge profile? They live in the same city. What do I tell him? I'm just like, dude, right away? Or do you do, like, the right thing and be like, no, man, you spend some time for yourself?
That's more of a question for Luca.
Yeah, just make a Hinge profile right away. What do you mean?
You think right away?
Yeah.
For sure, dude.
Is he heartbroken?
Yeah, I think so.
So make a Hinge profile. Act like it's been up there a while. You know, so if she sees it, she thinks you're a monster who's been cheating the whole time, and
Nice.
now you're in power.
A very
like
Luca
that.
responsive,
That's
Jim.
Sorry, I've been in Luca's house for too long.
All right, we gotta go, DJ.
All right, well, have a good podcast, boys. I appreciate
Later.
the advice.
See you, bud.
See you later, buddy. Love you.
Classic.
That was funny hanging up on him right before you
That's
answered.
really good. I thought when he called back, you were going to hang up at the same point
I
again.
know. I thought you were
got
gonna
right
do it.
back
I would
to
have
that
been like,
same
that's
point.
too mean.
No. Well, it didn't get a big enough laugh from you guys.
I mean, it was mean.
I thought it was a
That's
funny
bullying.
bit.
It was funny, but you loved it so much. You were like, like an evil genius.
Yeah, that was classic. That's bully Tom.
That really
No.
was. Yeah.
All right, fine. Sorry, we can cut that out.
No, it's fine. I enjoyed
Keep
it.
it in. But yeah, Western suit,
Western suit.
Man,
the shimmer.
that's great, man. You had the polish. You had the shoulder pads.
Big shoulders on the
Who's
suit.
the dude I'm thinking of? Is,
You-
Chaz?
Chaz Palminteri?
Yeah. That's who you looked like to me.
Chaz Palminteri. Now you can't leave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, you had the Western suit, you had the shoulder pads, you had a killer act.
I think I was
Unbelievable.
wearing cowboy boots.
I'm certain you were wearing cowboy boots. They
Goal line
didn't show
bar.
them.
Man.
And I really thought I was really doing something up there.
Man, you were on your soapbox.
I was literally on a box.
Dude, no, that's not even the worst. I mean, I used to, before I started comedy, I would do my set into my recorder and just to no one. Just like in my room just going, "Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing tonight?" I always start that way.
I think I've done that.
I love it.
I think probably a long time. Like before I even, I think at one time I just was just like doing bits to myself. I had a tape recorder. I would just.
Yeah, because I heard on a podcast like some comics, that's how they write. They just like start talking into the recorder. So I was like, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's right away.
Yeah.
You don't need a pen and paper.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Well, you know, I originally
Give it up for the host.
Did you like read anything? Like I read a couple of comedy books.
Mm-mm.
Before
Yeah,
I
read
went up.
I read one. It's I always tell people I've never read a book cover to cover, but I did read this book cover to the last page. Closed it. No, I'm
just
kidding.
to keep your streak up.
Just so I'm not lying. you
Okay,
know.
good.
No, I did read the whole book.
Do you remember what it was?
Mastering stand-up.
Ooh.
I remember I got a library card to check the book out at the Naperville Library.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the the library card. Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think if I read anything.
Well, you took a class. I mean, there was some.
took the class.
That makes
There's no
sense.
literature in the class?
No literature. We watched people's bits a decent amount, but I remember having the tape recorder. I think that's it.
Wow.
I don't know where I was going with it.
Where was the first place you did stand-up at?
It's called Famous Freddy's in Mount Prospect, Illinois.
Hell yeah.
Man.
It's now a Moretti's. It's the same place. They were just in the same ownership. It's on like Arlington Heights Road. Vince Carone was there. It was an open mic contest.
Was it his
we
first
tied
time too?
for first place. He was funny, and I brought the most people. And so that somehow in there I was like, it's a tie. It's bullshit.
Was it his first time too?
Like the election. I'm
Nice.
just kidding. I'm totally kidding, guys. No, he had done it a few times before that, but not like a lot. He was still Guitar Vince. He had a shiny shirt. He had a very
Shiny shirt, I could see.
It's a good look.
What were you wearing?
Oh man, I was smoking on stage.
No way.
I was wearing a jacket. I was.
You smoked on stage?
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was?
Dude, that's how long. You guys don't even remember. I'm talking like a dinosaur right now. Oh yeah, we would smoke on stage.
Man,
Were you performing at Zany's when you could smoke on stage?
Probably at some point I had done Zanies. Yeah.
Back when it was
I
smoking.
mean, how cool do you feel lighting up a cigarette on stage, wasting all those people's time like an asshole?
I feel
to
like
light
it
up
is
a
cool.
cigarette.
Yeah,
I
it
would love to
feels
do that.
cool, but is it? But they're also like, why are you giving all of us this?
I feel like I wouldn't know what to do with the cigarette, like in conjunction with my act.
Really?
Like,
you put your hand over your head, you use ice clay. Sometimes you blow smoke rings.
Like, I
Sometimes you
still-
put it out on someone in the audience.
Like I still don't know when to take a drink of water.
Man, when
I
you're
would love
thirsty.
to smoke on stage.
I think that's
dude.
a
When
5-year
you're
thing.
thirsty.
That's a 5-year thing.
I think it's when you're thirsty.
5-year thing?
Yeah.
I'm 7.
Look at you. Could you? I mean, it is a great accentuator to smoke on stage.
Oh yeah.
It is a really great way
It makes
to.
everything you're saying a little bit more important.
It's such an act.
Yeah, and I was
out.
like, they're little people.
Unbelievable.
That's so funny.
When
But
you
you know
take
what's crazy is you do a joke about little people now.
Which one?
You rub with a little guy. I don't want to give your act away.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't really do that one anymore, but yeah.
That's
But I
what
have
comedy is. It's an evolution of your little people joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how you know you're
Well, they
getting
say
better.
You can't say it anymore.
I want to see
That's
the
what
rest
they
of that
say.
set.
I would maybe pull it up.
They say. I love.
I want to hear
that
the
so
closer. I want to hear what the closer is.
I think it was a Batman joke.
Oh yeah.
much. You were closing on Batman that early on. That's incredible. That you wrote a good joke that early.
I have no idea.
Is this total inside baseball? Is anyone still listening? Is Aunt Julie even caring about this?
Oh no, this is probably our most interesting episode ever.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, this is good because we're just talking.
Because we're not going for funny. That's good.
Yeah, we're getting in where we fit in.
I like it.
Elves are I always thought an elf was just a gay midget. Like, that was the difference.
Okay, can we get past this, please?
I always figured, like, that'd be
He's
a
doing
hard
like
life,
45
being a gay
minutes
midget,
on
just because
different.
you have to find a gay guy, but also a midget.
Okay,
Like,
can
A lot of M-word material.
Everywhere we scrub to, like, gets worse.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, you scrub
Interracial couples? Like, okay, just
interracial couples. Disgusting.
Yeah,
That's sacrilege.
I'm Tyler Fowler again.
Yeah, my mom is real superstitious, and she believes that midgets are good luck. And that if you touch a midget on the shoulder, then you get good luck.
That's a 7-year-old joke? You fucking fraud.
Also, it's a 7-minute joke. How long is this thing?
You fucking fraud. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
Different joke.
I know, I'm kidding.
I'm afraid they're gonna like take revenge on me and my family. Like one day I'm gonna wake up and like just the Oompa Loompas from Louis There's so many midget jokes. It's 3 minutes of this whole midget jokes.
It's like you keep
Just scroll
going.
to the end. Just scroll to
It's
close.
like you keep going to the same
this
part
lady,
of
she
the
loves it.
episode.
You're so conflicted. You look like Dracula. You look like Mexican Dracula at law.
Mexican Dracula at law.
Look at this silver belt I have on. I have a silver. This belt is heavy, dude. It's like a big silver belt.
Did it go with the suit?
No, it's my dad's belt from like the 70s. Big silver.
Rhinestones.
That's multiple people had to help you put that outfit together. That's amazing. One bought you the suit, one
This
gave you
is
the
terrible.
belt.
You know what's crazy? In this snapshot, you are the best dressed one out of this ugly family.
I mean, I was kind of looking fly, dude.
yeah. Let's hear the closer.
Okay.
He picks her up, she's missing an arm. Missing a fucking arm.
Oh, they don't want you to talk about armless
He's not a judgmental
pros.
guy. He just wouldn't have taken a mini golf thing. Poor girl with her parents. Got one arm swinging. Couldn't make one.
I'm kind of ripping it though.
Yeah, you're doing good.
They went real well. By the end of it, they were holding hands. See what I did there? One hand.
Oh, that's it. It probably ended fall short, so I ended it on the high note.
By the end of the day, they were holding hand. You see what he did there? And then he goes, one hand right after.
Do you get it though? Because she only has one hand.
Yeah, I do.
Man, I gotta say one thing to you. Now that's talent.
Yep.
How do you think your comedy has evolved since then?
Unfortunately, not a lot. if I'm being completely frank, I think
You're like, I got to bring back that hand joke.
Well,
It's pretty
now
good.
that I'm watching it, I think I've been holding back. With one
You're
hand.
gonna need two hats.
You need two hands. But I met Tyler Fowler around that time. You know, now that
Okay.
he's gone, now I kind of miss him. I'm reminiscing of Tyler. I met Tyler at the Comedy Clubhouse of all places.
Yeah?
Because they had just opened, and they were like, "Hey, we are going to do a stand-up thing, but it's only going to be at midnight,
Okay.
and you got to be a member of our improv team." So me, Tyler, and Vic, we joined their improv team, and Tyler and Vic, for whatever reason, they became sort of like the helm of the stand-up
Stand-up world?
aspect of that place. So I remember I had to go to the Comedy Clubhouse, and there was like a meeting.
Okay.
And I walk in, and it's Vic, Tyler, and I think some chick, Gina Palm, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
And we're all sitting around going, okay, we're gonna do the stand up. This is how it's gonna be. And that kind of became my linen phase.
Interesting.
Comedy Clubhouse era was me wearing
Interesting.
was me wearing linen.
Was it Tyler and Vic, a couple of well-dressed dudes? You're like, I got to step my
Tyler and
game
Vic
up.
were wearing suits.
Yeah, they're well-dressed dudes. You're like, I got to go casual, Luca.
Yeah, I think someone made fun of me.
Okay. For your
Because you walk in with
your shoulder pads? They make fun of your shoulder pads?
You walk in with cowboy boots and spurs on the back of them.
That belt, you could beat the shit out of a guy with that belt. I swear to God, it's a fucking heavy belt. But
No.
So then I transitioned into the linen.
No,
but the problem was I'd be wearing linen in like January.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What'd you do in the winter?
I'd be wearing linen. So I'd have these linen pants that I'd be freezing outside, and then I'd
Come
come
on.
in.
You're on stage with the lights. People are like, "Can I see his underwear right now?"
What kind of, like summer linens? Like you're in the Hamptons?
Like I am a Cuban, like I'm a luxury Cuban, you know, like
Yeah, like you're on vacation in the Dominican Republic.
like I'm a close advisor to Fidel Castro on leisure, on a vacation of some sort.
What kind of chain did you wear with us? Was it gold?
I've always
Was
had
it-
this chain,
Okay, always the same chain. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. That's amazing.
and I would wear this. I would wear these.
That's
As a matter of fact, one time
amazing.
I was wearing linen. I was doing a gig for Vic and Tyler. It was at some like Indian bar. Shocker. And I went to the hat. I get the hat. And I went I went to the bathroom, and I came back out, and I had a little bit of pee on the linen. And then they
The worst.
the worst.
Oh,
You pissed the linens. You pissed the linens.
you gotta change your linens.
And they took pictures. They took pictures like they had a photographer come to the event, and it's all these pictures of me, and you could just see a little pee in the linen the whole time. Brutal.
Oh, was it yellow?
No,
It wasn't white
I only
linen?
wore earth tone linen. It was all earth tones.
It wasn't white linen.
No, it was like a gray or like a
Did you have like
tan.
someone on a bongo when you walked into places, like playing you in?
Listen, Jim, I've gone through a lot of fashion changes in my lifetime.
killing
I'll
it.
put a picture of Linen Luca here somewhere.
I love it.
Linen Luca.
Linen Luca was big. I
That's
would go
great.
to bars full linen.
Like
I had this like tunic.
Why?
when you met him.
When
what
did you
phase was he in?
discover a real shirt?
2025-ish, maybe. Hopefully soon. I'm just kidding.
That's so funny.
When you met him, was he in linens or was it past the linen phase?
Past linen. I was
No,
in
he was-
Western shirt face.
No, but
I don't
no,
think I knew
you
you
had
were
a,
in
you had a
linen phase.
maybe a short stint of the bowling shirt.
Yes.
Oh,
You did. You met me,
yeah.
Charlie Sheen shirt face.
Yeah.
I met, yes.
You
I met
did
I had a
go
joke. I said
2.5.
I used to look like Charlie Sheen goes to high school. That was a big joke I would do.
Yeah.
That's crazy because after you did 9 minutes on Little People, then you went 2.5 Men. That's so weird that you did all of this in your
Man, that would have been great back then. That would have been a killer joke.
That would have been awesome.
God damn it. You wore Hawaiian shirts, kind of,
For
didn't you?
sure.
Yeah.
At that time, I was wearing whatever fit. You know what I mean? Like you're just not. I wasn't
There's
in
a
a great
there's
place.
a picture of him in the back of Zanies. You've seen it.
Yeah.
You worked there. What the fuck?
You worked there.
And you get the glasses, and you're wearing some sort of Hawaiian shirt.
I was opening for Big J Okerson that day. I had gotten off a plane from Hawaii, came in.
Get out.
I swear to God, like for my day job. Like I was coming in, and I had a girlfriend at the time pick me up at the airport, drove me right there. I made it like 15 minutes before showtime. And then Dan took a picture of me on stage that night, and that's the picture
Man,
they
you
decided
were
to
sweating
use.
that picture, dude.
No, it's not even. That's just shadows. I wasn't even sweating. Yeah, that was just shadows. Yeah. Opened for Big J that night, and it was great. And I'm like, man, I hope no one takes pictures of me here tonight that will be on the walls of Zany. It's on the wall at both clubs. It's the worst.
I know,
It's the
yeah.
only picture of me anywhere in that club.
You don't even have the headshot?
I don't have a headshot signed on the wall.
on.
I didn't sign at Grins either. I forgot to. My thing is I don't like to sign a wall until I headline a weekend.
You did both those places, though.
I know. I forgot. Forgot at Grins. I haven't done the
You
full
should
weekend
send him
downtown.
a signed headshot.
I'm going to. I'm
All right,
kidding. I'm really
I'll tell
enjoying
you
it.
guys. So I got a story. So I was at the gas station earlier today, and I don't know why. Every time I'm at the gas station, I always get stuck behind the fucking guy that has to buy 30 fucking lottery tickets.
And doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Can I get 8?
What do you mean?
You never got stuck behind a guy buying lottery tickets?
Yeah, but what do you mean by doesn't know what he's doing?
It's not like the guy who just hands in the form and just like the Scantron, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
Lotto Scantron where you just like hand it in
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they just punch them all up. It's the guy who's like, okay, is today Wednesday?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
we
get
got the
the
Mega
quick pick.
Millions. Is
Yeah.
that 9? Okay. 42, 18. Did I say 6 yet?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. And then
Yeah, yeah,
tomorrow's
yeah.
pick 3s at 6.
Yes.
Like I'll do
Straight
the daily.
box. I don't even know what that. I worked at a gas. I do not know what straight box means. No box.
And then they fuck up the ticket and you hear that like
That's
that,
what
that
happened.
noise. It's the worst.
Yeah, the guy's sitting there arguing. He goes, "No, I said this number." And I just want to yell in his. I just want to go up. I just want to go in his ear. I want to go. You're never gonna fucking win. You're never gonna win. It doesn't matter.
You're hedging every bet. You're never gonna win. You're handing them more money. Yeah.
And by the way, you can do all the lottery stuff on your phone.
sure.
Literally, there's an Illinois lottery app. You go in there.
Yeah.
You do it exactly how you want it. You don't even have to
can't
go to
screw it up.
Don't have to go to the fucking
But
gas station.
you
and
can't
hold me
look
up.
at your phone and be like, all right, so what's the Powerball?
Yeah.
You guys have a winner yet on
Yeah.
Wednesdays? Let me get the numbers for Tuesday's daily.
Yeah.
Tuesdays daily.
So I'm standing behind this guy, and literally it was like 15 minutes, and the lady, she doesn't know. She's trying to go smoke a cigarette or
Yeah.
something. And you got this wrong. You got that one wrong.
Can I ask you a question? Is the guy behind the counter Indian?
No, it was a lady.
Oh, wow.
It was a,
Was she?
She
I'm just
was
kidding.
she was white.
I remember the first
I don't know why
time-
that matters.
Yeah.
Well, I have a
'Cause
hat
he's
on,
wearing the
that's
hat.
why, yeah.
Oh,
I have every right to ask that because I'm wearing this hat.
okay, Sheriff.
I remember the first time I went to rural Kentucky, and I was like third in line at a CVS, and it was about 25 minutes of the between the two people in front of me of them like talking to the lady at the counter and no one caring and no one having anywhere to go, and I'm just like
Standing there.
I'm late. I need a pack of cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like I just let's move. And all they want to do is talk and ask questions. And I've never been angrier. I just like walked up and I was just like, keep the change.
Yeah.
I just like put my money down and walked out, and they thought I was the biggest. But like I can't stand that when
hate
you're at a
that.
place
Yeah.
of convenience and they just like take forever.
Yeah, I hate that.
You ever walk out of a joint?
All the time.
I love a good walk out. I like to walk in and like if there's a couple people and like they're doing a thing, like for example like a lottery ticket thing like that, I give out a what the fuck, and I just walk out just to let them know.
Wait, but what if you needed?
Just
what if
to
you
let
needed
them know.
something?
Well, usually if I'm in the gas station, I don't need anything. I
Yeah,
give
yeah.
them gum or something.
Or I go somewhere else because now just to let them know means you're proving a point, and so now I'll go somewhere else and get that thing I need.
Yeah.
I will. I did a bit about it for a long time, like talking about the ADHD. But I would literally like get a cart full of stuff and be ready
yeah.
to go to the register at a place, and then there's like just lines out the ass, and I'm just like, nope, and I just leave it there, and I'm gone.
Yeah, I've done that.
I would do that. Like it was just like I don't have.
Fuck it.
I don't have, and I like cut everything too close anyways. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah.
have that kind of time when, I've got everything mapped out to the second.
Yeah.
I'm already probably late, and then all of a sudden I got to wait in line. I'm out of here. I'll come back tomorrow.
Man.
Oh
good.
man. Well, you said you have a cart full of shit. Do you ever see people with a cart at like Walgreens or something?
Man, where do you even get those?
What are you doing?
Are you putting your own wheels on the basket? How did you make
Well,
that
the basket
cart?
has it's like a little like walkie dog.
They have those, and they
Yeah.
also have regular shopping carts.
Full size? Not
My
the mini
grandma's the
ones?
kind of woman.
It's kind of it's like it's not as big as a Walmart,
Sure.
but it's like
I'm familiar.
what do you
That's
what
like
are
a
you
grandma
buying?
thing.
What are you buying at Walgreens? You usually go into Walgreens, you buy one thing,
Man.
two things:
Unless it's like
condoms
Christmas Day.
and lube.
That's it. Unless it's like Christmas Day and they're the only thing open.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like, I forgot I got to get everyone's presents now. It's
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. I got to get the turkey and all the stuff
The
and
toy aisle.
or you
clear it out.
you see people like doing like grocery shopping at a Walgreens.
Yeah.
And I always feel so bad for those people.
Maybe they're smart. I mean, I don't think they don't know about grocery stores. I think maybe it's cheaper.
It's like you're buying a can of chili at Walgreens. What's
Hey,
wrong?
Rock,
What's wrong with you?
Maybe you got some Walgreens bucks.
Walgreens is a good place for snacks.
Great place for snacks.
Bag of chips is fine, but when you're buying fucking home canned goods,
So they say midgets can't shop at Walgreens anymore.
I hate when there's someone actually using the photo department at Walgreens.
Oh yeah,
Because it's like, no. I just want you to go, hey, I'll take you in photo. When there's
Yeah.
people in line, and then someone's actually like, you talking to them about film. That's worse than the lotto guy.
Have you ever
yeah.
tried
It's
to do a photo thing
2024.
at Walgreens?
Whatever it is. It's 2024 now.
2024.
Okay, good.
Have
Yeah,
you ever
yeah.
had to actually do the photo thing at Walgreens?
Not in years. I mean, it used to be the only place you could get photos.
Yeah, I'll for my dad's birthday or something. I'll like print out a photo that he likes or whatever. And you really gotta fucking hit the thing, and then it doesn't work, so you gotta call a person. It's a real pain in the ass.
And they're like, you use the machine. Like, no, I've been using the machine for 45 minutes.
yeah.
When I was like, I don't know, you guys are probably too young for this, but early 2000s, I feel like photo printers at home became all the rage.
Yes.
Everybody like had a photo printer on their computer.
my mom had that.
And I was like, Walgreens is going to go under. This is going to be it.
Yeah.
We don't need them anymore.
That's funny that you thought Walgreens hinged their business on photos. They're selling Vicodin in the back.
Yeah. I know. In the 90s, it was a lot more about photography and a lot less about Vicodin.
They have drugs 10
I know.
steps away.
I know. And chili.
Yeah.
And they have
And
chili
chili.
right there.
Oh, dude,
and I'm like, no photos? They're done.
It's funny. I was at a Walgreens the other day, and I didn't get a look at this altercation, but you know how Walgreens you could hear everything in a
Yeah.
Walgreens,
Yeah.
and I just hear this guy going, "Step the fuck off, dick sucker! Step the fuck back, dick sucker!" And I was at the register, and I was like one more dick sucker, and there's gonna be a gunshot. So I got the fuck out of there. I got my shit and I ran out.
What are you picturing is happening in that moment?
I-
like a guy's running at him like on his
Almost stepped this sucker.
Step the fuck back, dick sucker. It was so funny.
Did you look at the slightly angled mirrors to see what was happening?
The security mirror.
No,
Great system.
What I imagine happening is they ran out of cans of chili.
No, there was one can left, and 2 men ran for it.
And they were going,
And the guy said, "I'll suck your dick for this chili." And he goes, "Back up, dick sucker."
but it was so funny. Like I was, buying my shit.
so funny.
And,
The whole
and
concept.
I just hear, "Step the fuck back, dick sucker." And then like the two white ladies working there, they're always 98 years old.
No, they're always like 45, but they look 90. The ladies working at Walgreens, like they
Yeah.
have like red hair for some reason.
Yeah.
You're like, why is your hair dyed?
And well, they're trying to live on the corner happy and healthy.
Yeah, that's
with
true.
They're trying to be a company person. They have the nose on.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Would you like to donate it?
so I hear this guy going, "Step the fuck back, dick sucker." And the first one they just ignored it. The second one they just look at each other, and then the third one they're like, "Call Daryl." Which I'm assuming is the only other black guy that works there.
Yeah, but no,
So
they're-
then he can defuse the situation.
We got a code blue.
Every Walgreens is 2 old women working the register, and then like the daddy of the Walgreens. It's like a guy. He's like in photo, or he's like in the back stocking the shelves, and he's the guy.
Yeah.
And then there's the farm. I feel like the pharmacy people, they want nothing to do with the rest of Walgreens.
The pharmacy people are looking down. They're like, They're like, I'm a pharmacist. You're a cashier.
Yeah, for sure.
You're
Yeah.
a fucking cashier.
They're like,
Yeah,
don't even.
but
Don't
we're
even
both
look
working
at
the
me.
2 a.m. shift. So who made bad decisions?
I sell Vicodins. You sell loose cans of chili.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
you
that way,
went
though,
to
they're like,
college
don't
and we're
even-
working together. So who wins?
Yeah, they're like, don't even look at me.
Yeah.
Cashier person. I don't
Yeah.
even want to know about the chili.
Have you ever seen someone? Have you ever?
What's messed up is like a Costco. Like if you work there, you've got to do whatever. So if there's no one,
selling Hearst,
so if you're like, if there's no one at the pharmacy, they're like, hey, can you put all of their chili into a box? Like you have to go help out at the registers and shit.
Really?
Yeah, I know it happens with like the audiologists in the hearing department.
Wow.
If there's no one there, that's like, okay, great, we need you on aisle 3.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you got to go
Oh,
sell
wait, you're
satellite
saying that
dishes.
the doctor
The professionals, the doctor of audiology.
goes stocks chili?
No, but they'll help out on registers.
Oh, okay.
They're not stocking chili, but they're like,
that does suck.
will you
Wow.
will you help them box up their foods and stuff when they're busy?
Don't
Yeah,
they
they'll
sell
ask you to do
caskets
things
at
like that.
Costco?
They do. Larry Reeves got a great joke about
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Really?
He's like, I took my mother-in-law window shopping. Great joke.
Yeah. No. What was I gonna say about Walgreens? Oh, I had something else about Walgreens.
I'm sorry, I cut
Back
you
the
off.
fuck up, dick sucker.
I like Walgreens. My dad calls it Walgreens.
Walgreens.
Greens?
We've done an
Yeah,
episode. Of
Walgreens.
That's amazing.
To this day.
It's amazing.
Oh no! Have you ever seen someone? Have you ever seen someone getting like a flu shot at a Walgreens?
I got my
Dude.
COVID shot at Walgreens.
They literally just put up like a little just like a little like divider.
Yeah.
And you step behind it. People can see you.
Yeah,
There's a
for sure.
crack.
3 weeks ago, I was like about to leave for this cruise, and someone's like, "Did you get
your
vaccines
booster or whatever? Yeah.
And I was like, "That's probably a good idea." So I had to get 3, like whatever I could. I was like, "What are the cheapest 3?"
Yeah.
I was like, bargain shopping them, but I did it at Target. And they're like, "Oh, okay, just go over there." And I was like, "I don't go to the Minute Clinic? Like, you have a Minute Clinic in here."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No." And it's just like a pop-up banner that you just
Yeah,
like behind,
yeah,
just like
yeah.
a sign that you're
Yeah.
behind. It's not even. It's just like, look over here. And I got my sleeves up,
And
like
people
I'm
can
just,
see you,
just,
yeah.
and it's the Target by my house. People are like, "Hey, Jim." I'm like, "Hola." I'm just getting my
And
medical
isn't it
treatment
like-
next to the pharmacy.
It's like right by the produce.
This was next to the pharmacy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you are, and the sign does not have sides on it. It's just covering one way. There's people like walking past it, looking at
That's
you.
so brutal.
And I got like 3 Band-Aids on my arms. Like
It seems kind of like a vulnerable situation.
very much so. And they have plenty of places where they can put you. They have the Minute Clinic in the building.
Yeah, it'd be
And
funny
they're
if they
like,
just took you to like the break room.
The toy aisle.
Oh, and then they're like, because I got the COVID booster. They're like, now you're gonna need to sit here for 20 minutes. I go, no, I'm not. I'm not staying an extra second.
Yeah.
I'll wait in my car. And like, I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we can't force you, and I'm gone. Just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm not gonna sit in just my sleeves up in Target for an extra 20 minutes, like I'm
Man.
security.
When I got the COVID vaccine, I went to Walgreens and before they even gave me the vaccine, they handed me the card. And I remember, to this day I regret not just walking.
Just
out there.
leaving?
Yeah. Just I had the card. I had what I wanted.
Just tip your
you know?
hat, ma'am, and just
Yeah,
go.
Right. But now I'm jabbed up.
Unbelievable.
Man.
But I had to do the same thing. You have to lift up your sleeves. There's like some lady getting her fucking, heart thinners or whatever, blood thinners. That she's
Yeah. I always peek at the person.
Oh, at the person.
Like,
doing the shot?
I was like,
Ooh.
they're just sitting there. They're like,
I'm getting my booster. That's brutal, dude. I was at Target not too long ago, and I went to the technology guy.
Oh boy.
Man, that guy's autistic.
Oh.
oh yeah.
That guy is always that. He's got the worst. He's like you ask him a question that isn't pertaining to exactly what his job is. He's like, just fucking recalibrating.
Yeah. Target, right?
Target.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you
I
seen-
hate the employees.
I'm
at
like, can you
Target.
unlock? I think I bought a game for like my nephew or something. I'm like, can you unlock that? He's like, he's like, yeah, sure.
I spent a lot of time there, so I'm not gonna hit on the employees. But
I hate the employees.
I'm
at
not
Target.
going to hit on the employees.
They
Wait,
think
You work
they're.
there?
No, I say I spent a lot of time there. I go to a lot of Targets.
I go there all the
Think
time.
they're
But
gonna gang up on you?
Do you ever see the guy who doesn't work there, who works for the recycling company or like the trade-in company, who just hangs out in electronics? But if you ask him questions, he's like, I don't know, man, I don't work here.
I do. Yeah, I do a bit about it. Or I used to.
Really?
Yeah, I've been trying to bring it back.
Like
Oh,
he just does like you can turn in your
Oh,
iPhone.
wait, you fucking work here, didn't you say it?
Yeah. I
Really?
my bit my bit is.
So they say you can't work at Target anymore.
I hate the Target employees because they're very cunty. You know, like you go. Like I walked up to this guy. I'm like, hey man, can you help me find this? He goes, I don't work here. I just stock the shelves. I go, you fucking work here.
That makes sense. The shelf stockers are in
I need
and out,
more
though.
of that bit.
Huh?
I need more of that bit.
The shelf stockers are in and out. This dude just like sits in electronics all day, just waiting for you to like trade in electronics.
Oh, okay.
You know, he works for like Gazelle or whatever that company is. You can trade in your old phone and stuff.
Eco ATM.
Yeah, that's the new one. That's one of them?
I know all about the
I'm
Eco
sure you
ATM.
do.
Man, before the iPhone, I don't even want to.
Or have you ever been to a Best Buy and they're like, it's like the Secret Service.
Yeah.
You walk in there, they're like, what do you need?
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, I was just looking for maybe a thing. Fucking blah, 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 and they know exactly where they send you. Somebody picks you up and floats you over that way.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like the freedom to roam in a store.
I bought like electronics there recently, and the guy handed them to me, and the manager comes over and goes, "You can't do that." And he's like, I'm grabbing like the other one, out of the other case.
Yeah.
Like each one, he had to get a different key from a different person. Like they don't trust anyone who works there. It's like, why are you hiring these people if you don't believe in them at all? Even the managers can't all have the same keys. Everyone, like, you had to go, and he's like, you can't just let him hold it. What if he runs out with it? And I'm like, guys, I'm not, okay, fine. And then the manager's like, you're lucky we caught that. We would have to start the whole thing over. It's like, I'm not lucky at all. I feel unlucky to be having this conversation in the least. It was very strange.
How do you notice, like, I feel like there used to be like 3 or 4 employees like in every section. Now it's like, all right, I need to get this unlocked. And you just fucking
Now you got to play the game of where to find
Yeah,
the
you're-
Yeah,
guy.
okay,
you're
cool. I got to call
walking
our
around.
manager who is in Bermuda on vacation right now.
Yeah,
He's
Well, in New
actually-
York, it's like, I
he's
mean,
gonna send the key.
well, go ahead.
No, I'm saying, well, even like we were talking about Walgreens. And there's like a little button there, press for service. You press the fucking
Yes,
button.
that's what I was gonna say.
And it's like I'm trying to get like
I'm trying to
razors. Yeah.
I'm trying to get condoms.
yeah, I'm trying to clip over.
Clip some Brock over here.
I'm trying to clip over you.
Yeah, no. Do you?
I'm
every time-
clipping here.
That's why you go to Walgreens in any city. It's like the condoms are covered in the glass, and you gotta hit it, and then you're just like, one, you gotta let the guy know you're having sex.
Yeah, and then you have to lie about the condom. You're like the magnums. Give me the magnums.
Yeah, no, I don't
And
do.
you know, I when I was first sexually active, what I would do is because I was insecure. So what I would do is I would buy the magnums, steal my size.
That's funny as hell.
So that the old lady at the front doesn't know that I'm rocking an average dong.
Old lady's going, wow, what a piece on this kid.
Exactly.
But I can see it in his pocket. It's a weird shape.
Back up, dick sucker.
But yeah, no, I remember.
My roommates both use Magnum condoms. I'm going fellas.
You're not unraveling that whole thing.
Yeah, I'm going fellas.
What are we
One of you
doing
is
here?
lying. At least one of you is lying here. You're both using It's like sad.
Yeah, me
well,
too.
one, they're not even using the condoms. They buy them just to have them, and then they go raw anyway. But it's just like you're like, come on, guys.
Yeah,
You're
no.
not a Magnum.
Well, then, if they're just going raw anyway, it doesn't matter what they buy.
And that's
They
another
can buy
bit of
them like
mine.
in large trash bags and pretend
yeah.
they're condoms. It doesn't matter. They're not using
yeah.
them.
When we're out of trash bags, that's what I should do.
I used to do a bit
That's
where
funny.
I go Magnum condoms are for two types of guys, black guys and liars.
Yeah, that is no big. That's a good one. No, there was one more thing I wanted to say about that. Condoms.
condoms.
I was in New York and I went to a smoke shop or whatever, and I had to pick up condoms. And the guy, you ever have the 7-Eleven, like the Indian guy will like make a little jab at you. He'll make a little joke. So he was like,
Well, have fun.
he was like, hey, crazy night ahead of you, eh? And I was like, more like 2 minutes. And he was like, ah! I fucking killed in the smoke
They
shop.
love
dude.
self-deprecating.
Wait,
It's just a good
you bought
bit.
condoms at the smoke shop?
Yeah, it's like a bodega thing.
Oh, were you buying a cigar?
Like a chopped cheese and some rubbers.
No, I bought the condoms. I was just there for the condoms.
Oh, but did they sell cigars there?
No.
I thought you were buying a cigar. You should be like, I put the cigar in the condom. It keeps it fresh.
I get 2 cigars and something to cover them with. You have anything to cover them with? What about those right there? Those Trojans.
Yeah, you don't you don't practice safe smoking.
All right. That's Snowden's Basement Podcast.
Man, that was a
Unbelievable.
great episode.
Hey, closing thoughts. Jim, you want to start the closing thoughts for the viewers?
R.I.P. to Tyler. We're gonna miss
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's too much. I
No,
feel
that's
bad
great.
about
Yeah,
that.
go, lean
No,
into
No,
that.
I
Lean into
miss
that.
him already. Thanks for letting me sit in.
I'm glad that you're replacing Tyler on the podcast.
That's not the case.
All right, well, tune in next week, guys.
Hey,
when we
believe in yourself, follow your dreams, And if you want to wear a Western suit, wear it, dude. That's
if you want to do offensive jokes about little people,
and listen, they say you can't say midget no more. but you do whatever you want to do, all right, guys?
They just get a little mad.
God bless you. Take it easy. That was a good